Today, we're going to be tackling something.
Oh, this is exciting.
I know, right? We're going to be diving into artificial intelligence.
AI.
AI, exactly.
It's everywhere.
It really is. And that's kind of what we're going to be looking at today.
How it's impacting our lives.
Yeah, exactly. How it's impacting our lives, how it's already a part of our everyday routines, and
maybe how it could shape our careers.
yeah, what our careers might look like in the future, all because of AI.
The future is now.
It really is. Yeah. So you sent over a couple of really interesting sources.
Yes.
One of them was from the University of York.
It's a good one. A very academic overview.
It is, yeah. It gave a lot of historical context, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah, sets the stage.
It does, it does. And then the other one was a blog post from ClickUp.
Which is very much focused on the now.
Yeah. All about AI assistants
Yeah.
and using them practically and how they can boost productivity.
Very practical, that one.
It is, yeah. So I thought they were a great contrast. And we can kind of get like the big picture
We get the big picture
and the nitty gritty all in one.
nitty gritty. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
So I'm excited to dive in.
What do you do?
The York paper, it really highlighted something I thought was interesting. It said that AI is like,
It's already everywhere.
it is. And it listed all these technologies that we use every day.
That people probably don't even realize.
Yeah.
They use AI.
Like, I was reading it and thinking about all these things like Face ID,
Oh, yeah.
when you unlock your phone with your face.
That's AI.
That's AI. Or spam filters in your inbox.
Also AI.
Crazy, right?
It is. And, I think one of the biggest ones is
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
Netflix recommendations.
Yeah, those are eerily accurate sometimes.
I know. Like, how does it know? But it's
AI.
AI.
It's watching what you watch.
It's wild.
It is pretty wild.
When you think about how AI is like integrated in so many things already, and a lot of these examples are what we call narrow AI.
Narrow AI.
Yeah, it's really good at specific tasks,
Okay.
but it doesn't have like general intelligence.
Okay, so not
like a human brain.
Gotcha.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
That's the key word.
That is a very key word.
Yeah.
I think that's why all this stuff with AI assistants is so fascinating,
Right.
because they're becoming our go-to, I think.
Could get things done.
Yeah, to get things done, to boost our productivity.
Definitely.
And the ClickUp article, it really dives deep into all of
No,
that.
Yeah, the ClickUp article is very into AI assistants.
It is. But before we get into that, I have to admit something.
Where's that?
When I was reading the York paper, and it mentioned Alan Turing
Oh, yeah.
and his work at Bletchley Park,
During World War II?
yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like
A spy movie
a spy movie.
meets computer science.
Yes, it was blowing my mind.
It's a good story.
It is, and I think it's really important to understand, like,
How we even got here to this point with AI. So Alan Turing, for anyone who doesn't know, he was basically...
a code breaker.
Yeah.
Like, the best of the best.
Amazing, right? And all of his work.
His groundbreaking work.
Yeah, it led him to ask this question.
Can machines think?
Can machines think? And that basically...
That sparked the whole field of AI.
Yeah.
Back in the 1950s.
In the 50s. So crazy.
Like where we are.
I know. It's like we're living in the future that he imagined.
We are.
And speaking of, testing machine intelligence,
Yeah.
the Turing test,
Oh, can you tell if you're talking to a human or a machine?
right, it's like more relevant now than ever, especially with these AI assistants that are...
Getting so sophisticated.
I know. It makes you wonder, like, how does AI even...
How does it work?
Yeah. How does it, like,
How does it learn?
learn and process information?
Basically, you got to think of AI as
Okay.
it's all about patterns
Okay.
and making predictions
Okay.
based on massive amounts of data.
So it's like feeding it tons of information.
Tons of information.
And then it...
And then it looks for patterns in that information.
Okay.
And it uses those patterns to
Make decisions.
make decisions, or predictions about what might happen next.
So it's kind of like teaching a computer to think.
In a way.
Well, instead of like textbooks and lectures,
It's just data.
it's data.
Mountains and mountains of data.
And the more data it gets,
The better it gets
the better it gets.
at its job.
So like my phone's autocorrect.
Oh, that's a good example.
It like learns.
It learns from your typing.
Yeah, from my typing. And then eventually it's
But
like,
it can practically finish your sentences.
I know. It's a little creepy sometimes,
It is a little creepy.
but also amazing.
It is amazing.
And it really illustrates the point.
Of how AI learns.
Yeah, exactly. So speaking of AI,
Let's get to the AI assistants.
yes, I want to hear more about all this stuff from the ClickUp article.
Okay, yeah, what are you curious about?
Well, they were talking about all these different types of AI assistants.
Yeah, there's tons of them.
Like writing assistants?
Oh, yeah, to help you draft emails.
Emails.
Or write content.
And then project assistants.
To help you stay organized.
And even assistants to help you learn new skills. It's like...
Like having a team of
Wow.
specialists at your fingertips.
Exactly.
But here's the thing.
What?
They're not just cool gadgets.
Okay.
They can actually solve real business problems.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Well, imagine if you could have an AI take care of all those
Tedious,
repetitive tasks that you have to do every day.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Think about how much time you would free up
So much time.
if you could just delegate those to an AI.
And then you could focus on...
The more creative stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stuff that actually uses your...
Your uniquely human skills.
Yes. That's amazing.
It's about working smarter, not harder.
I love that. Working smarter, not harder.
Exactly. And then think about decision making. Imagine you have an AI that can analyze like mountains of data and tell you
what's important.
Yeah. What's important, what trends are emerging.
It's like having an AI consultant.
It is.
Whispering in your ear.
Exactly.
Oh.
Giving you insights you might have missed otherwise.
That's incredible.
And it can help you make better business decisions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, more informed decisions.
And then, on top of all of that...
There's customer experiences.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Like personalized recommendations, that kind of thing?
Yes, but even better.
Even better.
Because AI can, like, anticipate what your customers need.
Before they even know it.
Before they even know it.
That's wild.
It's like mind reading, but in a good way.
Yeah, but like in a good way.
Right.
It's not creepy.
Not creepy at all.
Yeah.
It's just really good customer service.
I like it. But ClickUp, they don't just talk about AI in general.
No, they have their own platform.
They do. It's
The
called
ClickUp Brain.
ClickUp Brain, yeah. And it seems like a whole different level.
It's not just one AI assistant.
Okay.
It's like a whole team of AI tools.
Built in.
Built into your workflow.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty cool.
I'm very intrigued.
So this is a good example of how AI is becoming more and more integrated into our tools.
Okay.
Like, it's not just standalone apps anymore.
Yeah.
It's like woven into the fabric of...
Our digital lives.
Yes. Our digital lives, exactly.
Okay. I'm ready to hear more about this ClickUp Brain.
All right, let's dive in.
Yeah, let's do it.
What do you want to know first?
Well, they were talking about this thing called an AI knowledge manager.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
And it's basically like...
It can answer any question you have about your ClickUp projects.
So no more
Digging through files.
digging through endless files and folders?
Nope, you just ask your AI.
Wow.
And it'll tell you what you need to know.
That's amazing.
It's a huge time saver.
And it's just like...
Right there.
Right there at your fingertips.
Exactly.
I love that.
But, you know, it's important to remember.
What's that?
AI is only as good as the data it's trained on.
Right.
So you have to be mindful of
Of what?
potential biases, limitations, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. We can't just like...
Blindly trust it.
Yeah, we can't blindly trust anything.
Especially AI.
Especially AI, yeah. But ClickUp Brain, they didn't stop there.
Oh, no, they have a lot more.
They have this other thing. It's called the AI Project Manager.
Oh, yeah, I love that one.
And it can do things like...
Automate tasks.
Automate tasks.
Yeah, provide updates.
Provide updates on your projects and even...
Analyze data.
Analyze project data.
It's like having a virtual project manager.
On your team.
On your team, yeah.
Keeping everything on track.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
It's very cool.
This is all so fascinating, but I'm also starting to think...
About the potential downsides.
Yeah. Are there any downsides to relying so heavily on AI?
That's a great question.
Are there any risks we should be aware of?
Yeah. That's something we should definitely explore further.
Okay, I'm ready for that.
All right, let's do it.
Let's get into it.
Let's talk about the potential pitfalls of AI.
Okay, I'm all ears. Okay, pitfalls.
Pitfalls, yeah.
What do we need to be looking out for? Well, you know AI is powerful.
Yeah.
But it's not perfect.
Right.
There are some things to keep in mind.
Like what?
Well, one thing that comes to mind is data privacy.
Oh, right.
Because these AI systems need a lot of data to work.
Yeah, tons of data.
And we need to make sure the data is handled responsibly.
That's a good point. You know, we've all heard those stories about...
Data breaches.
Yeah, data breaches.
People's information getting misused.
Right, right. It's a little scary.
It is a little scary.
So it's like we have to be careful even with these...
Even with helpful AI tools.
Yeah.
We need to know who we're trusting with our data.
That makes sense.
And another thing to think about is bias.
Bias?
Yeah, remember AI systems are trained on data.
Right.
And that data is created by humans.
Yeah.
And humans
are biased.
We are biased, yeah.
Oh, so if the data is biased,
yeah,
the AI could be biased too.
Oh, wow. That's
A real concern.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, something to be aware of.
So if an AI is trained on biased data, it could,
It could make decisions that are unfair?
yeah, or recommendations that are discriminatory.
Exactly.
That's a little scary.
It is, and it's why
Wait.
it's why transparency and accountability are so important with AI.
Yeah, so we need to know
How it's being developed.
right and how it's being used.
Exactly.
It's a good reminder that
AI is a tool.
yeah, it's a tool.
And it's up to us to use it responsibly.
Right, ethically.
Ethically. Yeah.
We can't just unleash AI on the world and
hope for the best.
yeah, we have to think about the consequences.
We do, and we have to have those tough conversations
About
the ethical implications of AI.
right, so it's not just about
Learning how to use the tools.
yeah,
It's about having those bigger conversations about
what it means for society.
exactly what it means for society for the future.
And those conversations, they need to involve
Everyone.
everyone.
Because AI is going to impact all of us.
Right, not just
The tech people.
yeah, not just the people who are developing it.
And we all need to have a say.
I like that. That's a really good point.
And I think it's also important to remember
What?
that AI isn't some
Future thing.
distant, futuristic thing.
Right, it's not sci-fi anymore.
It's here now.
It's happening now.
It's already shaping our lives.
It really is. And I think one of the big areas that it's impacting
Is the future of work.
yeah, work.
Jobs.
Because as AI systems get more and more capable,
Right.
they're going to be able to do more and more tasks.
That humans are doing right now.
Yeah, and that means
Some people are going to lose their jobs.
yeah, it's the worry, right?
Yeah, that's the part that makes me a little nervous.
It's a valid concern.
What happens to the people whose jobs are replaced by AI?
Right. And will there be enough new jobs to replace the old ones?
Exactly.
That's the big question.
It is, and it's something we need to be thinking about now,
Yeah, not later.
not later, because it's already starting to happen.
Right.
But, we've been through this before.
What do you mean?
Throughout history, new technologies have always
Change things.
changed things, yeah.
Yeah.
Disrupted the job market.
Right.
Think about the Industrial Revolution.
Oh, yeah.
Machines replaced a lot of manual labor back then.
But then we adapted.
And we adapted, new jobs were created.
So you're saying it's like a cycle.
In a way, yeah.
So what do we need to do?
We need to be prepared
Prepared for what?
for the changes that AI is bringing.
And how do we do that?
We need to invest in education and training
Okay.
that will help people learn the skills they need.
For the new jobs.
For the new jobs, exactly.
So it's not just about
Technical skills.
yeah, it's not just about coding and stuff.
Right, it's also about
Human skills.
human skills, yes.
Mm-hmm.
The things that AI can't do.
Like what?
It's like critical thinking.
Okay, critical thinking.
Creativity, yeah.
Creativity.
Yeah. Emotional intelligence.
Right. Those are all important.
Those are the things that will make us valuable
in the future.
in the age of AI.
It's about finding that balance, right?
Yes, balance between human and machine.
I like that, finding that balance.
It's not about one replacing the other.
Right.
It's about working together.
Yeah, and that brings us back to
The whole point of this deep dive.
yeah, why are we even talking about this?
Because we need to understand AI
All right.
so that we can
Use it wisely.
to create a better future.
Exactly. A better future for everyone.
And that's why we're here.
That's why we're here. Yeah.
I love it.
So what are your thoughts?
After all of this.
Yeah. How are you feeling about AI now?
You know what? I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot to think about.
It is.
There are some challenges,
For sure.
but I also see a lot of opportunities.
Me too.
And I think that's what's important, to focus on the possibilities.
Yeah. We have the power to shape this.
Do too.
The future of AI is in our hands.
It is.
I like that. It's a good reminder.
It's empowering, right?
It is empowering, yeah. Makes me feel like
we can make a difference.
yeah, we can actually make a difference. And we
Okay.
can. But before we get too carried away,
Right.
we've been talking about ClickUp Brain.
Oh, yeah, we haven't finished exploring that yet.
Yeah, they have so much cool stuff going on.
They do.
What else should we be looking at?
Well, there's one feature that I think is particularly interesting.
Okay, I'm ready. Tell me.
It's called AI Writer for Work.
AI Writer for Work.
Yeah, and this is not your typical chatbot.
Okay, so it's different.
It's different. This tool can help you draft all sorts of things.
Like what?
Emails, marketing copy,
Oh, wow. Okay.
reports, even code snippets.
Wait, it can write code?
It can write code. It's a game changer.
It is a game changer, especially for people who
don't know how to code.
Yeah, who aren't like coding wizards.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's what I love about AI.
What?
It can democratize skills.
Democratize skills. What does that mean?
It means that anyone can access them.
Oh, okay. I see.
You don't need to be an expert.
So like with this AI writer for work,
Yeah.
someone who doesn't know anything about coding could
use it to build a simple app.
Really?
Yeah, or automate a task.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. It's like...
It's superpowers.
Superpowers, yeah. AI gives us superpowers.
I like that.
It's pretty cool, right?
It is cool. I'm not going to lie, this whole click-up brain thing.
It's pretty impressive.
It's like sci-fi, but real.
Exactly.
It's wild. But I do want to come back to...
the downsides.
Yeah, the potential downsides.
Right, because we can't forget about those.
You can't get too caught up in the excitement.
Exactly. We need to be realistic.
So what are some of the concerns that you have?
Well, one of the big ones is job displacement.
Right. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, because as AI gets better at doing things,
right,
it's going to replace some human jobs.
Yeah, and that's scary for people.
It is scary, and it's something we need to address.
But how do we address it?
Well, there are a few things we can do.
Like what?
First, we need to be honest about the impact.
Okay, so no more sugarcoating.
No more sugarcoating.
Right.
We need to acknowledge that jobs will be lost.
Right.
And then we need to help people transition.
Transition to what?
To new jobs, new careers.
And how do we do that?
Through training programs, education.
So like retraining people.
Retraining, upskilling, giving them the tools they need.
To succeed in the new economy.
Exactly. We can't just leave people behind.
Right. We have to support them.
And we need to invest in industries where AI can't compete.
Okay, so like what kind of industries are those?
Things that require creativity, human interaction, empathy.
Okay, so jobs that AI can't automate.
Exactly. We need to be strategic about this.
It's like we need a plan.
We do. We need a plan for the future of work. Because if we don't plan, we're just going to be reacting to whatever happens.
That's not good.
Not good at all. We need to be proactive.
Be proactive. I like that.
So, yeah, job displacement is a big concern.
But it's not the only one, right?
Right. There are other things to think about, too.
Like what?
Well, another concern is what we call AI hallucinations.
Hallucinations? What does that even mean?
It means that sometimes AI systems can make things up.
They make things up.
Yeah, they can generate information that's not true.
So it's like they're lying?
Well, not intentionally.
Okay.
But they can present false information as if it's fact.
And that's a problem because
people might believe it.
Right. And then they might make decisions based on that false information.
Exactly.
Right.
And that could have real-world consequences.
So we have to be careful.
Very careful. We can't just trust everything AI tells us.
We have to be critical thinkers.
Yes. Critical thinking is more important than ever in the age of AI.
We have to double-check things.
Verify information. Don't just take it at face value.
Good advice. Good advice.
And then there's also the issue of AI becoming too powerful.
Too powerful? Like, what does that even mean?
Well, there are some people who worry that as AI gets smarter and smarter, it could eventually surpass human intelligence.
Okay, so like the machines take over.
Yeah, that's the Hollywood version of it.
It's a Terminator scenario.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But even if it doesn't get that extreme, there are still concerns about...
About what?
About AI making decisions that we don't understand or that we can't control.
So it's like we're losing control of the technology that we created.
Fear, yeah.
That is a little scary.
It is, and it's why it's so important to have these conversations now.
While we still can.
While we still can, exactly. We need to be thinking about
the ethics?
The ethics, the guidelines, the regulations.
Right, we need to set some boundaries.
We do, before it's too late.
That's a good point.
We need to make sure that AI is used for good.
Yeah, not for evil.
Not for evil, exactly. And that's a responsibility we all share.
Not just the scientists and the engineers.
Everyone.
Everyone needs to be involved.
Because AI is going to shape the future.
And we want to make sure it's a good future.
We do.
For everyone.
For everyone, yeah.
I like that. That's a good note to end on.
A positive note.
Yeah. So we've talked about the potential pitfalls.
The risks, the concerns.
But we've also talked about the opportunities.
Of possibilities, the amazing things AI can do.
And I think that's the key takeaway here.
What's that?
That AI is a powerful tool.
It is.
But it's up to us to use it wisely.
Wisely and ethically.
Exactly. And that's something we all need to be thinking about.
Absolutely.
Well, on that note, I think we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
We've explored the good and the bad of AI.
The yin and yang.
And I think we've come to a good understanding of
what AI is?
And what it means for the future.
Exactly.
So I want to thank you for joining me on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
It really has. I've learned a lot.
Me too. Always good to chat about AI.
It is. And to all of you listening out there,
thanks for tuning in.
We hope you found this deep dive informative.
And thought-provoking.
And if you have any thoughts or questions about AI,
we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, leave a comment below.
And let's keep the conversation going.
Because this is a conversation that needs to continue.
Absolutely.
So until next time,
keep exploring.
Keep exploring the world of AI. It's amazing to think about how far AI has come.
It really is.
From those early days of code breaking to now, where we have AI that can
write code.
I know, it's mind-blowing.
AI is changing the world.
It is, and I think it's important to remember that it's not just about the technology itself.
It's about how we use it.
Exactly, and that's where I think things get really interesting and maybe a little bit tricky.
Because we need to make sure we're using AI ethically.
Yeah, ethically, responsibly.
And that's a big challenge.
It is a big challenge because AI is so powerful.
It's more powerful than any technology we've ever created.
And with great power comes great responsibility, right?
Exactly. We have to be very careful.
So, what are some of the things we need to be thinking about?
Well, one of the big ones is bias.
Right. We talked about that earlier.
Because AI systems are trained on data.
Yeah, and that data can reflect our own biases.
So if we're not careful, AI could perpetuate those biases.
And that could lead to some pretty unfair outcomes.
It could. And that's why it's so important to have diversity in the field of AI.
Diversity in terms of?
In terms of the people who are developing AI.
Okay.
And the data that's being used to train AI systems.
So we need to make sure that AI is being developed by people from all different backgrounds.
Exactly. People with different perspectives, different experiences.
Because if we only have one type of person developing AI,
then AI is going to reflect their biases.
And that's not good for anyone.
No, it's not.
We need AI that's fair and equitable for everyone.
And that's going to take a lot of work.
It will, but I think it's work worth doing.
I agree, because the potential benefits of AI are huge.
Yeah, we talked about some of them earlier.
AI could help us solve some of the world's biggest problems.
Like climate change.
Disease.
Poverty.
The possibilities are endless.
But we need to make sure that AI is used for good.
And not for harm.
That's the key.
It's a delicate balance.
It is, but I think we can find that balance.
I do too, if we work together.
And if we stay informed.
And keep asking tough questions.
So, to all of you listening out there,
keep learning about AI.
Keep exploring.
Keep questioning.
And keep demanding that AI be used for the benefit of all humanity.
Because the future of AI is up to us.
That's a great way to put it.
It's not some predetermined path.
We have the power to shape it.
And I think that's exciting.
It is exciting. It's a little bit daunting.
Maybe even a little scary.
But mostly, it's hopeful.
I agree.
Because we have the opportunity to create a future where AI helps us create a better world.
For everyone.
And that's a future worth fighting for.
It is.
So, on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive.
It's been a great conversation.
It really has. Thank you so much for joining me.
The pleasure was all mine.
And to everyone listening out there, thank you for tuning in.
We hope you learned something.
And we hope you'll continue to explore the fascinating world of AI.
Because the future is in our hands.
And it's up to us to make it a good one.